Horses run across the prairie, eagles sail upon the wind, coyotes howl at the moonlight, we share the earth within.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Correa, and I am the owner and manager of our ranch here in Palmer, Texas. And we raise quarter horses. We have several Palomino. We show the Palomino quarter horse shows here in Texas and have gone to the World Show in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The horse we're talking about today is a 2001 Bay Tobiano paint. He's a sweet horse. I've owned him since he was 5 months old. And he was one of the first horses that we bought here on our ranch. We had several paints, and now we've kind of moved into the quarter horses. But he's one that had touched my heart when he got hurt as a yearling. But he was out in the pasture and he got tangled up in some twine and it cut through his back hoof and literally cut off about a third of his hoof. We rushed him to the vet, of course, and they said they couldn't, they thought they could kind of pull it back together with some wire or something like that, but it was too far cut through. So they said, we just have to cut it off or put him down. And so at that point, I couldn't put him down. I just decided that we'd spend the money on saving him, and everybody I spoke to said, no, put him down, he'll never be rideable, he'll never have a decent life. And he has. That's 2008. It took about a year for that foot to heal. He was about a yearling when it happened, and then it took another year for him to heal. And then after that, we rode him in parades. You know, he wasn't anything that we could show, but he could get around and walk, and I rode him and started him under saddle and just walked and jogged him, and he's loped out in pasture. And it wasn't until last year that he got real bad and had an abscess in his foot. And that's how this started out, is an abscess. And it caused, I guess, several fractures in his foot. And so in November, when I took him to the vet, they said, you know, he's not going to make it. He's got several fractures in his foot. They showed me the x-ray, and the best thing now would be to put him down. He's lived a good life. You can try as best you can.
In fact, I saw him in November, and that back leg was swollen.
Right.
Huge, all the way up from the hoof to the hip.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they were telling you was a bone infection.
Mm-hmm. There was nothing he could do. Yeah. Once a horse has a bone infection, that's it.
And arthritis.
Yes, and major arthritis in the foot because of the deformed foot.
And the day that I first saw the horse in November, you had actually told me that you'd already picked out a burial spot.
Right.
And it was like the next day that he was
right.
going to put down.
That's right.
And he was on like a lot of butte
yes,
at the time.
He was, yes. And so after a few days of giving them the Equipride, and I don't know if it was a few days or maybe a week or so, but he was walking on it at least a little bit. He wasn't just holding it up in the air like that. So that's why I thought, okay, we'll give this a chance and see what it can do. And now he's back to where he was after the surgery, where he can walk on it. He just walks on it. I mean, he's on no medicine at all. He hasn't been on medicine for a long time. And you can see where it was cut off. Where in the hoof and everything grew back. And when he first did it, you know. Okay. Cool. When he first did it, and he still doesn't like it to touch, but this was all cut off. It was cut off right from here, and all this is new, and it grew back. And you can see in the dent in his hoof is right here, where it was all cut off right here. And then this is hoof, but the shoer put something on there to help him get around a little better. But his foot isn't swollen like it was. I mean, this is just. It's all down.
And that's been, when did he started in November?
November was when they were going to put him down.
4 months.
And the bone infection was so bad in his foot And he started getting sores because he'd lay down and he'd get sores. He had sores on his hocks right here and here. And also when he lay down, and I can see under here, bad infection in his body.
Yeah.
That's another reason to put him down, because he's not going to get better. And, you know, that was, you know, besides from the foot having all the fractures in it, the bone and the amount of infection that was in his body, and those, you know, have all healed up.
I was wanting to see how he handles the weight.
Fine.
Yeah, the shoer's able to trim him.
It's fine.
Well,
Isn't that amazing?
But he had sores
and he
all...
wouldn't have done that. You said he couldn't even put his foot down.
Oh,
right?
no,
Oh,
yeah.
no, he couldn't even put
He
it
was so
on.
bad, he would just hold it up. And when he'd walk, he'd just hobble. I mean, not even put any weight on it to move, he'd just jump. Those sores are gone. And I'm thinking about how bad they were, and thinking how cruel it was, and of course we couldn't put him down because it was raining and muddy, and we couldn't dig the hole, and I didn't want to put him down until it was
So
dry.
he would have already been gone if it hadn't been for the rain.
Right.